NLC fires by Onanuga, calls him the tragedy of a nation. No, it's Martino. I'm telling you, APC have people that are very good in doing dirty job. What is his name? Lai Mohammed just finished with Buhari. By Onanuga has started with Tinubu. APC, only God will deliver Nigeria from these people. I tell you. The Nigerian Labour Congress has responded to allegations made by Bayo Onanuga, special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, in a statement titled Bayo Onanuga'S Mischief and the Tragedy of a Nation. The NLC's response comes after Onanuga, in a statement speaking for the federal government, condemned the union strike, labeling it as an ego-tripping move intended to blackmail the government. So the presidential AD also claimed that the strike was over a personal matter involving the NLC president, Joe Ajaero. But NLC, in a statement by its spokesperson, Benson Ukpa, said the strike is not about ego or a personal matter involving Ajaero, but rather about the government's failure to address the plight of workers and Nigerians. The union also said the strike was about the license for impunity that covers murder and attempted murder of dissenting voices, including Ajaero, which the Nigerian state now passes off as a personal matter. So NLC accused Onanuga of making sadistic comments and suggested that his remarks reflected the views of those in power. The union stated blackmail the government over what? A bribe or a favor organized labor asked for and did not get it, or what? If Onanuga were not suffering from selective amnesia, he ought to have known that this government should remain grateful to the organized labor for its uncommon patience with a government that clearly was not prepared for the consequences of its fundamentalist market policies of massive currency devaluation and subsidy removal, which impose on Nigerian social violence, upheaval, dislocation, displacement, or punishment they never before experienced. Onanuga similarly ought to have known that organized labor, by not opting for a strike as a first option, acted as a bulwark against the rage of Nigerians, thereby saving this government from itself. According to NLC, Onanuga'S comments are a Freudian slip, as this is the way his principals view the Imo State triple-digit tragedy, the non-payment of workers, and state triple-digit strategy. One is the non-payment of workers and pensioners' benefit, the choking or stifling environment that leaves workers and citizens gasping for air, and the license for impunity that covers murder and attempted murder of dissenting voices, including Comrade Joe Ajaero, which the Nigerian state now passes off as a personal matter. When we first heard through the grapevine that glasses were clenched and pleasantries earthly exchanged by the powers that be following the arrest and torture of Comrade Joe Ajaero, we thought it was one of those rumors. But with this confirmation from Bayo Onanuga, we now know better, it added. So concerning the assault on Joe Ajaero, NLC said that Ajaero's arrest and torture by the police were state-sponsored acts of terror, and that the government was testing the waters to see if it could get away with such actions. NLC then called for an honest and thorough investigation conducted by competent and independent professionals with free and unfettered access to information, people, and materials from the within and outside the country, saying that the government's investigation is a carried and that the police cannot be both the judge, jury, and jailer in their own case. So the police will now be the judge, jury, and jailer in their own case. What a country we run. Secondly, what perchance will the police be investigating when the government, by the admission of Onanuga, has already found Ajaero guilty, arrested him, convicted him, and punished him through torture for planning to incite the workers in Imo into a needless strike, NSC stated. So the union, however, added that it will not be cowed by any threat or force, adding that no government can be bigger than the people it presides over. We want by Onanuga and those who sent him and the police much earlier, okay, that we shall not be cowed by anybody or forced, no matter the resources at that person's disposal. No government can be bigger than the people over which it presides. So it also stated that it would not comment on Onanuga'S ranting over NLC's so-called disobedience to court order, but that he would soon know the cold truth, and warned that laborers who stoke the fire for their principals instead of winning friends for them will be kept closer. Exactly. So now, Onanuga is now termed a tragedy of a nation. Okay, mischief, Onanuga's mischief, and the tragedy of a nation. I'm telling you, this government, they are the people that disobey law mostly, and that they put trying to tell some another group that they are not obeying court order. Which court order? First of all, the court has released Nnamdi Kanu. They refused to release him. First of all, they jailed the former EFCC chairman and the former CBN governor without any case, and up till now there's no case against them. So this government has been operating with a very serious impunity, and that's exactly what NSC and organized labor is saying, that these people are operating in a kind of impunity that is unusual. What? This is too terrible. So, and people are already commenting. So Nigerian politicians have always been bigger than the people of Nigeria. And somebody say, God bless Onanuga forever. What has Onanuga done that God will bless him? Someone say, a bunch of lunatic antichrists of a fraudulent administration. That's exactly what it is. Tinubu-led APC government is simply wicked and playing politics with the Nigerian masses and using the already compromised court to intimidate workers. This government is greedy. It does not want to pay living wages, but to give miserable palliative. Exactly. Is this issue about wage or that Ajero chop slap? All of the above. All of the above. Someone says, if Tinubu is wicked, what will you call Ajero, who is NSC president and same time member of a political party? Imagine an NSC president went to his own state to cause trouble, then declared nationwide strike for selfish interest. Who told you? Are you from that state? Why are you creating narrative for them? So why some people support evil, illegality, and criminality is because of the crumbs they collect from their brothers and sisters at the corridors of power. Exactly. It's quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. This government deserves crucifixion on the cross. Okay, not meant to live. They should crucify the government too. Don't mind this rubber stamp evil king slave. God Almighty will and must settle you people very soon. Onanuga is really a national strategy, a national tragedy. It doesn't mean well for Nigerians. He lacks wisdom. Exactly. Onanuga obviously lacks wisdom. He is really a tragedy to himself as well. And that is it. NLC should cover their face in shame for what? Look at, we know where these comments are coming from. We don't want to mention them. Somebody had told him, say how? Petrol now 700 naira. Suffering of Nigerians don't touch you, even if all your family members are rich. It will touch them. Reply to Ernest, how is the increase in allocation your governor is receiving? And all of them are just beginning to fight themselves. How can you be defending evil in this country? Why for Nigeria? I see that something is bad. You'll be defending it. So that is what is coming from NLC in response to Onanuga'S comment, and they called him a tragedy of a nation. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.